We are live. Welcome back to the West Coast Draft Podcast, and welcome to as an old timey saying, the throes of the off season, the
This isn't
peak of
even the
the off
worst part.
season. It'll
Oh,
get
oh,
even
okay. No, this is
crazier.
the fun part of the off season.
This is the fun part. This is the fun part. No, we're in the peak of the off season. But I mean, from here to the draft is the peak. After that, that's when we get to the bad part. But we're gonna have fun with it for right now. Welcome one and all. Rob, Daniel joining me as always. Daniel, I think one of these days you join us for most of these pods now, so I think we're just gonna have to go ahead and get your name added to the logo of the podcast. I think we're gonna do that
I
soon.
agree. I agree
Um,
with that.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
an honor,
yeah.
man.
You've moved past the guest
Logo
star.
is generous.
You've moved past the guest star status. You are now officially one of the co-hosts. So there you
Gonna
go.
say,
I'm
man, in
making
the
that
group chat.
decision. So,
I agree
um,
with it.
there you go. There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
But
bro.
hopping into it, we got free agency talk. We got
The
2 days
stove
of
is
free
hot,
agency to talk
folks. The
about.
stove is
Oh
hot.
yeah.
Stove is burning. Stove is burning. Before we get into it, though, how we do, gentlemen?
Daniel, I'll let you kick us off.
Bro, I'm tired. Dude, the daylight savings, man, when we lose an hour, it's nice in Seattle because the sun finally goes down after 7. So like it feels normal. I don't feel like I have to like get everything done before, too
Hmm.
early. But it's messing with my sleep schedule, man. It's not it. It's not it right now. It'll be fine in a few days, but right now it's like
Yeah, how do you
inconvenient.
feel to be recording at better times now, Beau?
It feels
That's
pretty good.
true.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm back on Pacific time. I'm back on
Let's
Pacific
go.
time. It feels
Back
good. It feels good.
back with the normal people.
We're
Um,
back.
for me, Seahawks have been doing exactly what I wanted them to do, which is kind of nothing, but we'll get into it. But Stove's been not as hot here, but hot at other places, which has been
Hot in
fun to
other
watch.
places. Yeah,
This has been a really fun cycle at certain positions. The carousel
yeah,
has been pretty
yeah.
fun.
And nice thing is it's still turning too. There's still a lot of
Hmm.
good free agents out there, especially at
Shall
some
we
high
dive
value.
right in?
Let's do it. I mean, we got obviously on here. Let's go just go position by position, talk about what stands out, talk about
Mm,
some of the signings that have already happened. Starting with quarterbacks, quite a few guys that are going to be starters this year. Obviously, Baker returning to Tampa Bay. Um,
Kirko
Kirko Chains going to ATL.
to
What
the
a
A, as they say. Is he from
yeah,
Georgia?
pretty sure he's from like Michigan, isn't he?
I don't know.
What's up?
Let's look at this. Hold on, Wikipedia. I know he went to school,
I know he went to Michigan
Michigan
State.
State. Yeah, he's from Michigan.
Illinois.
Oh, he's
Barrington,
born in
Illinois.
Illinois, went to high school in Michigan.
Okay, okay. I don't know why I thought that.
So there you go. Falcons finally have a quarterback. Went from the worst quarterback in the NFC South to the best. So there you go.
That
Not that
McVay
that's
Shanahan tree loves Kirk Cousins, man.
yeah, yeah.
Zach
And you know
Robinson.
what? Good fit there. They also picked up, we'll talk about more in the receivers. They picked up Darnell Mooney for solid wide receiver too. Yeah, not gonna
That's gonna be
complain
a fun
about that.
offense next year. That's gonna be a fun
Yeah.
offense.
Probably the early favorite to win the NFC South, you say?
Hmm. I'd say so.
Dude,
Oh
we
yeah.
gotta give Kirk Cousins credit for honestly being a bit of a financial goat in the NFL.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
And
yeah.
his agent, bro, they always get the best contracts, and he
I
just has to go out and
saw.
play hard.
I think we probably all saw that one tweet that was like most money collected by a quarterback, and I think Kirk Cousins was second behind Aaron Rodgers, future Vice President Rodgers.
Future vice president. Hey, future
I saw
No, I
that,
mean,
dude. Oh my
if he gets
God.
selected as the running mate, like, and they go all the way to November, how is he gonna play? Like, is he gonna take the
Bro,
season
dude.
off? I mean, they're not gonna win, don't get me wrong, but is he just
He'd
gonna
still
take the
play.
season
I
off?
think he'd still play. And if anything, that's probably better for their platform because they'll be talking about it on football games.
God, bro.
The
Of course,
2024 version of
RFK.
Taylor Swift is
Get him as a
Aaron
running mate.
Rodgers' vice presidency run.
Oh boy. Hey
If you
guys,
ever
I
doubt that the
I
NFL's an
broke up there
entertainment
for a
league.
second. Did you guys hear what I had to say though? That it
Oh
was
no, what you say?
him playing through the season is better for their platform because they'll get talked about.
Oh,
So he'll still play.
oh yeah, yeah. No, that's what I was saying. The Aaron Rodgers' vice presidency run is to the 2024 NFL what Taylor Swift was to the 2023
Oh my
NFL.
God. Honestly, I did read the article. Um, First of all, just a bunch of idiots as the VP candidates, like Jesse Ventura. There's a comedian I know that has a really good Jesse Ventura impression. That's just what I always think of. But it would be pretty funny, uh, especially after he burned like probably millions on that Super Bowl ad.
Oh yeah, I think it's 7.5 million for 30 seconds.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
that it was like I was texting, people that I in the political field, and we were all like. I think like some people like some dumb people on like social media is like, oh, that was genius who are football fans, but like the people in the political world were like he just burned his entire campaign cash on that. And usually there are no political ads too in the Super Bowl. So I'm surprised they allowed that. But
They were talking
Vice
about it.
President Rogers, baby. It's coming.
Vice President Rogers. I will give him credit and I did watch a video. Like people are saying like good use of resources, probably not. God, I mean, it's a lot of money for an ad that most people watched and were like, that was dumb. However, we are talking about it.
We're
And
talking
we're not
about it.
talking about any other
One of the
Super Bowl
biggest things
ads.
that I saw that was a mistake in the ad is that the song says Democrat in it. Like it's a very famous song in the
Mhm.
political world, and they didn't edit that out. And then they had like graphics that said Democrat and some that said Independent. It's like choose one, man. It wasn't well made either. All the budget went on the space on the ad space, not the ad. But let's get away from politics. But back to quarterbacks.
Back to quarterbacks.
Kirk
Let's see.
Cousins.
Russ going to the
Kirk Cousins is
Russ, yeah,
Steelers.
one of
there's
the best
another
wing
steal.
options,
Oh wait,
man.
how like on this list, how many of these guys are going to be starters? Actually, let's say at some point next year, how many of these guys are starting? Kirk, obviously, Baker, obviously, Russ, obviously, Minshew,
Gardner will get some
more than
snaps.
likely, Jacoby Brissett. eh, I guess
Is he
Patriots
the
are going to
starter
start
right
draft a quarterback.
now?
Right now, he's a
Oh yeah.
starter, but they're going to draft a quarterback. Um, Jameis when Deshaun gets hurt, inevitably, yeah, probably.
Darnold's the starter right now.
Darnold's a starter right now. Probably won't end that way.
Mariota?
Probably not Mariota. Probably not because he's got to
Tyrod? Is
compete with
Tyrod the starter
Howell
right
and
now?
whoever the.
No, it's Aaron Rodgers. Drew Lock's the starter right now. They're getting rid of Daniel Jones.
That's true, dude. When you sent that tweet, I was like, damn, they're actually gonna cut him.
Hey, Will Greer, one of my old favorites.
Former Bengals quarterback Will Grier.
He was a Bengal at one
Um,
point.
yeah,
Hey,
he
Jeff
went on
Driscoll
quite the
too.
adventure. Yeah, Jeff Driscoll. Josh
I thought
Johnson.
I really
Nathan
Um,
thought
Peterman.
I really thought that Greer would be a solid quarterback. But let's talk about
let's.
Russ. Steelers Nation, let's wild. I think
I
he's
got bad. I
gonna
got bad news for you, Rob. I think you
It's
got.
fake.
It's kind of a
Oh
parody.
man.
You got.
I mean, we know that's gonna happen though.
It might. We'll see. We'll see. But for now, you got.
You know, Drew Lock signing with the Giants was kind of weird because the whole offseason they've been talking about Drew Lock like he's on the team. So that one was surprising, but okay.
Need a backup quarterback. Honestly, I'd go after like Tyler Huntley, Mason
Yeah,
Rudolph. There's some
yeah.
solid backup options out
There
there.
are Joe Flacco.
Joe
I
Flacco.
wonder if the Browns will regret not bringing him back again.
Guess we'll see. I guess we'll
Jameis
see.
is just
Honestly,
a weird quarterback, man.
Jameis and Flacco kind of similar in the sense that they're high variance, a lot of turnover. We'll do some fun
Mm.
stuff every now and again. Can win you some ball games, but not going to win games for you in the playoffs, obviously, as we saw with Flacco.
How do we think Russ is going to do in Pittsburgh?
I think he's going to do about exactly the same as Kenny Pickett did, who will did about
One thing
exactly
I
the
saw
same
that was
as
interesting was
Hmm.
it's a very over the middle kind of offense that Arthur Smith runs, and that's not what Russ is good at.
Russ does
But
not do that.
part of what I was thinking though is like good running game plus guy who has fixed quarterbacks in the past, maybe it can work, you know. But the football YouTube guys' reactions have been pretty funny with like the Brandon Perna having went through rust and now the urinating tree guy
Your
gets
nature
rust
gets it
now.
now. Yeah.
Oh man, I saw that video, dude.
That was funny. That
We
was
didn't
good.
create a
It's
character,
your
dude.
problem now. It's your problem.
Easier problem now. Man, what a
Well,
career turn for Russ, man. It sucks. I hope he
I never
learns
thought
from
he'd
some
be a
of his
Steeler,
mistakes
dude.
with the stupid stuff that happened at Denver, like the Let's Ride stuff. Just be
let's
humble.
smelt. Let's smelt.
Let's melt. Just be
Would
humble.
talking AFC North quarterbacks, would you rather have Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson?
Russell
Oh,
Wilson, come on, dude.
well, you're only
Okay, take
paying
the take
1.2
away the
million for
contract. Take
Russ.
away the contract. Obviously, you can't do that necessarily because
Honestly,
the
I think
contract's part of
Deshaun
it.
was worse last year than Russ.
I'm gonna say Deshaun sucked, and he's got all this crap around him too.
Hmm.
Who wants to deal with that? Give me Russ all day, especially with the Steelers contract they gave him. It's basically vet minimum.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
literally is
Denver's
vet
still
minimum.
paying most of his like Denver contracts, so like, give me Russ all day.
Yeah, I'd take Russ too. You know, I'm a homer, so
That's fair. I hate Deshaun Watson as a person and as a football player. So, um,
There you
I
go.
don't disagree. I don't think either of them are very good though. So there you
At
mm,
go.
least in Russ's case, though, since he's on Pittsburgh, he's probably still gonna win 9 or 10 games. He won't win in the playoffs, but his
hmm.
defense will carry him enough.
His defense and running game will carry him. Hmm.
So,
Sounds familiar.
sounds like every Steelers season ever
Sounds
post Big
familiar
Ben.
with Russell's career too.
In Seattle.
Um,
That was only at the beginning. He carried us through through like after like 4 seasons.
I was gonna say he kind of cooked for you guys for a few
He
years.
did. He did. There's a lot of revisionist history going on.
the Let Russ Cook years.
Oh,
I
and Let
remember.
Rest Cook was only like 1 year. That was 2020.
That's right. That's right. That was 2020. Hey, though, and you won the division that year.
We did. We
Didn't
had
want
a
to talk about what happened
big late
after.
season collapse though, and we're also we're a Malik Turner drop away from wait, no, that was the year before. The what happened was that Rams game was the divisional or the wild card game that we had.
Hmm.
Oh, that was
Yep,
an ugly game.
that was bad. That was really bad. That was Jared Goff's last playoff win as a Ram.
Mm. And I remember
Actually, it
Jamal
was Jared
Adams the
Goff's last
week
win as a
after.
Ram because they replaced Stafford. They replaced him with Stafford that January.
Hmm.
That was
I
Jared Goff's last win
remember
as a Ram.
the next weekend when the Rams lost in Lambeau, like Jamal Adams was like smoking a cigar from Cabo on social media. It's like, dude, they just beat us. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, no, that ain't good look. That ain't good
That was
look.
bad.
Yeah. Um, there you go. There you go. Um,
Most important position, check.
there you go. Let's move to the running back market, which
Bone
has had
carousel.
a lot of action.
Bone
Lot
carousel.
of action. And this isn't even including Joe Mixon to the getting traded to the Texans, by the way. That's also on there. But Saquon
Saquon.
going to the Eagles, Derrick Henry
Eagles,
going to the
that'll be
Ravens, Josh
fun.
Jacobs to the Packers, Aaron Jones to the Vikings, Austin Eckler to the Commies, DeAndre Swift to the Bears, Tony Pollard
Freaking,
to the Titans, Devin
God damn it,
Singletary to the
Roshan
Giants,
Johnson.
Gus Edwards to the Chargers, Zach Moss to the Bengals, Antonio Gibson to the Patriots, Naheem Hines to the Browns. Jaron Johnson went back. Chase Edmonds went back. Savon Ahmed, Amir Abdullah went back. DJ Dallas, most importantly, to the
I'm surprised
Cardinals.
that Amir Abdullah is still in the league. Oh, and we're forgetting yeah, DJ Dallas getting a getting a no, it wasn't a 1 year deal. He got a 3 year
Was
deal.
it 3 year? Yeah, there you go. There
I
you
don't
go.
know who in their right mind gave that deal.
Cardinals will be
Clyde
getting a lot of
Edwards-Helaire is
weird
still a free
deals.
agent. That'd be I'd take a chance on that.
J.K. Dobbins. I'd take a
You know, I'm surprised the
chance on
Bengals
J.K.
didn't think
Dobbins.
about bringing in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I guess you got Chase Brown doing what he'd do.
Hmm. Yeah, I think they prefer the Zach Moss, the Thunder and Lightning duo. Man, Zach Moss at Utah was so fun, man.
He was
Finally
so
started to see
oh
that with
man,
the
he
Colts. He
took
was
our
good last
soul.
year for the
He
Colts.
took our soul
Hmm.
in 2019. as did Jacob Eason.
I feel like this is a good time just talk some football theory. Talk this running back market through here.
It's definitely changed a lot in the last
It's
few
crazy
years.
A
stuff, man.
really weird carousel, like we've never
It
really
has been a
seen.
carousel. It has been a
Like a lot
carousel.
of teams letting people walk,
Yeah,
Let's start with
nobody wants to pay
Saquon.
their running backs anymore.
letting Saquon walk to an in. I think they might regret that. I was like, what else do they have on offense besides Saquon? If
Now
you're
they have
gonna
Devin
rebuild,
Singletary.
why not? He's horrible.
Devin Singletary was good last year. With the
He
Texans,
was.
he
He
was
was.
good.
How much on that is light boxes because CJ's airing it out, you know?
That's fair. That's fair.
I I would I would I would have paid Saquon over taking Devin Singletary because he was the only piece on offense for them.
That is true. That's true. And what they get for this was 32.25 or basically 12.25 million a year. Am I doing the
Yeah,
math on that right?
about yeah.
Around there, around there. Point being, um, a little over 12.5 actually. Yeah, a little over 12.5. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Yeah, you're getting Devin Singletary for I think you are getting Devin Singletary for 21 million less. 21 million is a
Wait,
lot of money.
I think I think Eagles are paying Saquon in a year what the Giants are paying Singletary over three.
Basically, yeah.
Um, however, I don't think Singletary is going to play out that entire deal.
Running backs rarely do, and this will be Singletary's third contract too.
Yeah. It's been such a weird carousel though, huh? It's been really
Hmm.
interesting. But it's like I saw a Coleman tweet that was actually good. That was like, does no one like Roshan Johnson but me? When the DeAndre Swift signed, it's like for real. It's like you guys got a good running back.
Yeah.
Let him play.
You know what? You know, Rashawn Johnson can cook, and him and DeAndre Swift can be a good tandem.
And then Aaron
Khalil
Jones getting
Herbert,
cut, getting replaced with Josh Jacobs, which is
and then going to
a
the
really
Vikings.
because he's salty. But that's a
Dude,
good signing. I'm pissed the Packers got Josh
I
Jacobs.
got a theory about all the player transactions between Green Bay and Minnesota. I've
Hmm.
seen on Packers fan discourse that they like to joke that the Vikings just want to be the Packers deep down. Like the Vikings portray themselves as like the biggest Packer haters, but they really just want to be the Packers. Brett Favre,
Mm.
Greg Jennings, so many other players that
Mm.
I can't think of right now. They all go
Zadarius
from
Smith.
Minnesota. Zadarius
Very
Smith,
Smith.
that's a big one. They all go from Green Bay to Minnesota. So the reason that he went to Minnesota is because apparently Green Bay was offering him a little bit less. But the thing is, I think he felt slighted because they signed Josh Jacobs.
Hmm.
So Aaron Jones thought, he was going to be the number one back. He might get re-signed by Green Bay. For a little bit, it looks like there was going to be a tandem there between the two, but then Green Bay decided to lowball Aaron Jones, at least from his and his agent's perspective. So he took a tad more to go to the Vikings. And, the funny thing is, Aaron Jones is a great player. I agree. But because he's in Minnesota, I don't think he's going to be that relevant. So I'm not too scared about
Mm.
that. If they would
Yeah.
have kept Aaron Jones with Josh Jacobs, that would have been deadly. With Jordan Love ascending, dude, that's a really balanced offense there they could have had.
Hmm.
Mm. I think Josh Jacobs gonna be really good in that scheme.
I think
I
he
think
will
he
be
will.
too. He's a good back in general, man. Like
He
he's not
is.
talked about enough.
I think Cowboys losing Pollard, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they really haven't. The Cowboys haven't they haven't signed a single outside free agent
All
yet.
in, baby. All in.
The only all in, comma my ass.
That was funny.
That was so good, man.
That was
That
that
was so good.
that's just that's just a perfect tweet. That's top tier posting right there. Is like
All
when
the replies are
unintentional.
like the comma is doing
Didn't
so much work here.
didn't even think about it before you tweet. That's when that's good. That's God tier posting right there.
Yeah.
People are gonna be posting that during the season for sure.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
in
yeah.
my ass.
Oh man, I think the Cowboys are showing their intent to go all in. Did you see Dak's haircut?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
he's yeah.
Dude, he's that means he's going all in, man. He's gonna be focusing 24/7. He's gonna be the best quarterback next year. He's gonna win MVP, and Jerry Jones is gonna win Executive of the Year, and the Cowboys are gonna win the
He
Super
blew his
Bowl.
chance to win MVP.
Well, and you know what? On the other side of the spectrum, Jalen Hurts shaved his goatee, so I guess he's fully lived up to.
Bro,
He's just Carson Wentz again. Got his contract, and now he sucks.
bro, Jalen Hurts reminds me of someone now. I can't pinpoint the name, but he looks so familiar.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can find the picture on Twitter here.
Looks like he aged by like 10 years.
Yeah, how do you shave your goatee and look older?
Maybe
Here you
Photoshop
go.
Where do
Here
we
you go.
think
Yep, I found it.
where do we think Justin Fields is gonna end up?
Justin Fields. He's gonna be a
Oh
backup.
gosh, that looks a lot like one. It looks a lot more like Russ.
He does look like Russ now.
Looks like Russ's brother. Okay, but low key though, the picture on the left where he looks better, I do you guys say there's a little bit photoshopped? There's some editing going on there.
I think you're right about that.
A little bit.
Kate Middleton
I don't
style,
think it's doing
baby.
him. I don't think it's doing him justice a little bit, but he definitely looks like Russ's brother or some shit in that other picture, and it's so funny.
Yeah. And I'll just comment on this one time. Is it sour grapes? Maybe a little bit, but on the Ravens signing Derrick Henry, anytime that you can commit money to a running back with over 2,000 career carries that's 30 years old, you have to do it. There you go.
Totally
That's all
not
I'm saying
sour
on that one.
grapes.
Totally not sour grapes. He's still good. He's still
I,
good.
we've been saying for years this is the year that it's finally going to happen for Derrick Henry. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. He's ageless.
Um, yeah, he's really freaking good. He did only average 4.2 yards per carry last year, though.
If
His
it's going to
lowest
happen in more
average. That's his
years,
lowest average since. That's actually the lowest average of his entire career. Fun fact.
really?
Yeah. Which is funny because 4.2 is more than it's actually would be the highest for quite a few running backs.
I
But
know, yeah.
um
I wouldn't invest in that.
let's see. Austin Eckler.
A lot of tread on that one too.
Yeah, same story there. No
Didn't
one really
Austin Eckler
getting.
complain about the Chargers, right? Like
Yeah, he
coming into
demanded
this
a
last
trade
season.
last offseason.
That
Yeah, and he's
it's a
gonna sign with
really
the
it's not a good
Commanders.
time to be in the running back market though, honestly.
Hmm.
And it's not with this draft class, it is bad.
It's not gonna be a good time for a while though, just because like teams kind of know that running backs are they kind of age quickly, they get injured a lot, so no team wants to commit that much money. That's why you see this carousel. And honestly, until
Hmm.
something changes, that's gonna continue to happen, I think.
I don't think the salary I think the franchise tag just hurts running backs more than any other position. But the thing is, uh, owners won't touch a CBA without the franchise tag, which is shitty.
All right, here we go. I got the carousel here. The Bears signed DeAndre Swift from the Eagles. The Eagles replaced him with Saquon Barkley. The Giants replaced Saquon with Devin Singletary. The Texans replaced Devin Singletary with Joe Mixon. The Bengals replaced Joe Mixon with Zach Moss. All right, I guess carousel ends right there. But don't worry, there's a second
You could get a
carousel
circle
here.
of suck going.
Yeah, there's a second carousel here because there's a second one. Where would the second one start? Because Derrick Henry signs with the Ravens, leading Gus Edwards signed with the Chargers, Austin Eckler signs with the Commanders, Antonio Gibson signs with the Patriots. Okay, there's where the Patriots haven't signed that right back yet. So there you go. There's where the second carousel starts. A lot of carousels, just circle and circle and circle, and that's where the running back market is right now. You lose one, you gain one. That's basically the way
Mm,
it is. Which
yep.
means the Seahawks are going to sign one of these guys to replace DJ Dallas.
I mean, we got three really good young running backs on the
No, that's
team right
true. You
now.
probably won't. Probably won't. That's going to be its own thing.
That's a position I actually feel pretty good about because you got You got K9, you got Sharbo, and you got Kenny McIntosh too.
There you go. There you go. Is that it for the running backs? Any more thoughts here? Take that as a no.
It was
All right.
a fun one. It was a fun one. It was I
Yeah.
haven't seen the running back market like this for a while.
No, definitely haven't. Moving on to wide receivers. Here we go. Hasn't been a ton of movement here in terms of like it's mostly been re-signings. Obviously, T. Higgins got the tag. Michael
Hmm
Pittman got the tag and then got paid. Mike Evans got paid. Um, let's see. Ridley's still out there available. OBJ's still available. Hollywood's still available. There's Mooney and Davis moving firmly into the wide receiver two category now. Michael Thomas, I forget he's even a thing. Slant boy. Remember when he won Offense Player of the Year like 3 years ago, and now like no one
He was
even
really good.
talks about him.
That's sad, man.
Ah,
Dude's an afterthought now.
yeah, yeah. He fell off. He fell off.
He fell off
Um,
hard.
TB, not bringing him back.
MVS.
Yes. Devontae Parker going to be the Eagles wide receiver three.
Yeah, it seems like the receiver market's been a little cool.
Yeah, I guess you could also throw Deontay Johnson getting traded to the Steelers in here, or sorry, to the
Oh yeah.
Panthers from the Steelers. So you could throw that in here, but and Devin Duvernay, oh, that's fun.
I think I saw Allen Robinson up there. That's another name that I haven't heard of in a while.
Yeah,
Remember when we were like, oh
He's
my
pretty
gosh, he's
good.
gonna be so good with Cooper Cup, and then he was really bad.
he was horrible that year. Yeah, he was terrible.
Hey, that's what the Rams are good at doing, though, is moving on quick.
Yep, Brandon Powell. Yeah, oh, whole lot. Julio Jones. He should.
Shout out
Why
to
isn't he
Daryl Hodge,
retired?
2021 Lions.
Shout out Trent Irwin, comeback king.
Or
Comeback
was
king.
he there last year?
Jamal
Was he with the
Agnew.
Bengals last year?
Trent Irwin?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was on the
Yeah,
team last
I
year.
was trying to remember if it was last year or the year before.
Yeah, both. But yeah, definitely
Isaiah
comeback king.
McKenzie back to Brian Dable.
Yep, there you go. That's another good one. That's a good
I
pull
remember he
there.
cooked us in 2020.
There you go.
I remember Pete Carroll like in his like post game press like, yeah, no, I didn't think they'd throw that much. It's like, oh my God. That's when we should have moved on, man. That was a bad one.
Robbie Chosen's available, guys. Oh, Alex Erickson. There's another former Bengal. Trent
Robbie
Taylor. There you go.
Chosen.
A lot of former Bengals on this list right here.
Gunnar Olszewski.
Olszewski. Steelers, great. David Moore. There you go.
Oh, David Moore.
Yeah, let's
Remember
see.
when Byron Pringle got like punched after like a kickoff return touchdown by his teammates celebrating? That was really funny. His reaction was really good too. It was like his teammate was like, "Yeah," and they just got him right in the gut. That was funny.
Poor Laviska Shenault, man.
Remember when people thought he'd be a Heisman? Got that one
Man.
wrong.
Rest in power to Laviska Shenault's career. Honestly,
He
I
cooked the
think there's
Seahawks that one time.
there's still some potential there. He just needs to be in a good offense. Honestly, send him to freaking Kansas City. They need receivers.
They're like the
Um,
Niners. That's a good hedge for Debo being hurt all the time.
yeah. DPJ. I always forget. I always forget that Donovan People-Jones was on the Lions last year, honestly, because like he didn't really do anything for him, it felt like, but like I felt like every time he played the Bengals, he was always cooking them when he was at the Browns.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was their big deadline acquisition.
Chase Claypool, Tyler Boyd.
Chase Claypool. What a fall. Mapletron, baby.
He was traded for the second, like he was traded for the 32nd overall pick in the 2023 draft, and now he's untouchable.
That was what you call an oopsie.
Yeah. Ryan Poles, not your brightest moment right there, my friend.
Shout out
Um,
Equanimous St. Brown.
That's
I feel
right.
like Amon Ra is probably trying to get him to come to Detroit.
Yeah, I was gonna say get the boys together.
That'll be fun. He
I remember
is
going to the
some
Stanford
AFC
Notre
North
Dame.
familiarity.
I was gonna
I
say if
remember
he wants
going
a vet minimum deal, I'm down.
Stanford Notre Dame 2015. Equanimous St. Brown was freaking cooking, but it's okay because we still won because we had Christian McCaffrey, who turned out to be pretty good. Um, let's see. Anything else here standing out, guys, on the receiver market? Just been kind of slow so far. I'm
It's
surprised
cold.
there hasn't been
Yeah.
more
Yeah, it's kind of
activity. It'll
cold,
get
man.
going here soon, but
I forgot Josh Reynolds is a free agent.
Oh yeah, he had a good season for you guys. He's a
Yeah,
solid receiver.
I don't know what Detroit's gonna do though, as far as Josh Reynolds goes. Maybe they bring
Yeah.
DJ Chark back.
Mm-hmm.
They could bring DJ Chark back. He was pretty good with
Mm-hmm.
Goff back in
no. DJ
2022.
Chark needs to sign with the Bengals so he can be the first player in NFL history to play for all four cat teams.
Oh, that's a big
Oh,
achievement.
that's true. If he doesn't go to Detroit, yeah, he could kind of cook with Joe Burrow too. He'd be a good
He's a
vertical
solid
threat.
wide receiver three. I'd take him as a wide receiver three if he could stay healthy.
Hey, if you guys need a
Um,
T. Higgins replacement,
yeah, yeah, I'd probably want a little bit more upside for my T Higgins replacement, but yeah, I'll take it, take it. He did go to LSU, which is already a good qualifier.
That is, yeah.
Tight ends, unless there's any more thoughts on the receiver market.
Mm-mm.
No.
Tight ends have been active.
Yeah, tight ends have been very active. Take a look at this list right here. So we got Schultz being the big name, went back to Houston. Henry went back to New England. Fant there. Gerald Everett. No, they haven't released the numbers on this one. I don't know why it's not showing. I think it was like 2 years, 12 million. For Everett
Hmm.
there.
Austin
Hoop,
Hooper.
Hooper going to be tight end too, because
Farrell
the
Brown.
New
I think
England
Farrell
system will always
Brown's
love their
better
tight end
than
twos.
Hooper. Who's their
Gesicki going
OC
to the
again?
Bengals. Who is the Patriots OC now? Hold on, I got this pulled up here. I saved this. I saved like this spreadsheet of everyone's coordinators because back when everything was all the movement was happening. So the
Was brand new.
Patriots OC is New England. Alex Van Pelt was the Browns
Oh
OC
yeah,
last
yeah.
year. They like their two tight end stuff. They had Harrison
They
Bryant and
did too. Yeah.
Harrison Bryant and David Njoku teamed up, and Austin Hooper was there when Alex Van Pelt was there. So there you go.
Hmm.
That
That's
one
it.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Mike Gesicki just truly just trying to get vertical. Bengals
That
just want to
hey,
be a
that's
vertical
a
offense.
for the price.
Yeah,
I
I don't
and
know.
the fit. I think it's pretty good.
No, I'm happy with that one. I'm very happy with that one. I
I
forgot he
think
was a
that's a
free
good
agent.
pickup. Yeah.
I
And he
wanted
can
him
do the
last year
Gasicki
actually.
gritty.
Gesicki Gritty, man. Gesicki Gritty next to a Jamar Gritty.
Oh
Put them
man,
right next to each other
that's
and compare.
gonna be ugly.
Um, Colby Parkinson. Wow, Colby
I know. I
freaking
can't believe
cashed
he
in.
got that much. I will like for a lot of the Seahawks free agents, it's like I will drive you to go sign that deal because I would not have paid that.
Yeah, right.
I
It's
think they'll probably
crazy.
use him better, but that's too much. I would not have paid that much.
Especially considering what Parkinson got. That makes me love the Gesicki contract even more.
I know. Yeah.
This is insane. Logan Thomas still out there. Let's see. Johnny Smith. There you go. There's a name.
can't wait for Mike
He
McDaniel to make
didn't
Johnny
didn't
Smith an
sign with
offensive
the
focal
Steelers,
point.
shockingly.
Hmm.
Thought Arthur Smith would carry him along everywhere he goes. Adam Troutman back to the Broncos. Irv Smith. Ha! There you go. You guys get to deal with him now. Fuck you, Kansas City.
Oh, the
Um,
Chiefs signed him.
yeah. He was so bad in
He
Cincinnati,
was quite
man.
bad last year.
It was
Will Disley's going to the
horrible.
Chargers.
Yep.
Hmm.
Bad man is gone. Yes.
And
Oh
that,
boy.
but
Rob, how do we
three
tell
for
him
14.
that the Lions and Chargers play each other next year?
They don't.
No way.
They
From
don't.
last year.
They don't. They don't. Yeah, they played
Oh,
last
that would have
year,
been
so he
awesome.
lucked out.
What about the Super Bowl and Will Disley
Oh, there you
catches
go. They
the
play each other in the
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl. Will
winning
Disley
catch?
catches the game-winning touchdown.
It'd be
God,
poetic
bro.
because it's Harbaugh versus Michigan.
I was gonna say, like, I bet like Michigan football fans that aren't Lions fans would be very conflicted in that game.
Oh yeah.
Probably very conflicted. I bet a lot of them probably became Chargers fans
Oh,
as soon as
absolutely.
Harbaugh left. Um,
It's a
so there you
cult.
go. It's a cult.
Disley or Sample resigning. Our
Drew
boy.
Sample coming back. And
My
you know what,
boy.
too? I like that, too, because it's like him and Gesicki are
That's a
total
good pairing.
opposite players. It's like Sample was the best, actually was the best blocking tight end in the league last year for
He's a true Y.
yeah. And
Finally
Gesicki
living up
is
to his second round draft
just
pick
more
status.
really more of a big slot than he is a
Hmm.
inline tight end. So
He's gonna be great in the red zone though for you
oh,
guys.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm excited
Um,
for that.
that probably means no Brock Bowers.
Probably not. Probably
Some
not.
some idiot on like the Seahawks, some Seahawks place was like, Farrell Brown means we're not gonna take Brock Bowers for sure. And I
Honestly,
was
the
like,
Noah Fant contract
Pharaoh
probably means that more
Brown.
than anything. Yeah,
Hmm?
not Pharaoh Brown. If you want to say, oh, the Seahawks aren't going to
I
take
I
Brock
think
Bowers,
I I think Brock Bowers is still very much in the cards for the Seahawks.
yeah, that's fair. I don't think he's going to get there anymore. I think
16? I don't know. It'll be close. It'll be close.
let's see. We'll see. I can see the Colts
I
taking him.
mean, we
Colts
really I could see that
send
too.
tight end
We've
deep
been
there.
really high on we were really high on Fryermuth. We were high on I'm forgetting his name now. Um why am I forgetting his name? Notre Dame tight end last year.
Mayor.
Mayer, we were high on Mayer, and they've been falling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We were not high enough on Sam Laporta. Not high
No, we were
enough.
not. No one was though.
Very few people were. Yeah, true.
Dude,
I mean,
second
if
best
it
tight end
I mean,
behind
I think we
realistically,
said he was going to be a good player. We said it was a really good tight end class.
yeah, no, last year's tight end class was loaded. Imagine needing a tight end and not taking a tight end in that class. Yay, I love being a Bengals fan. Okay.
dude,
Oh,
aside
shut
from
up. You have
Laporta and
Joe
the 15
Burrow.
K
Stop it.
special
You have
dude.
Joe Burrow and
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. I will not hear this.
But we want him DJ Reader soon. But that's okay because we'll just draft Byron Murphy at 18. It'll be fine.
I think he's a good replacement right there. Albert
Um,
O with the Eagles. Man, what a fall. Remember everyone hyping him up for the first Russ Denver year?
yeah.
I've never
Oh,
heard of Johnny Munt before, but that sounds like a very
it
Vikings
sounds
tight
like a
end.
Viking, honestly. Vikings players are either all former Packers or just weird
Oh yeah.
last names.
That's one of that's a tight end that totally went to either NDSU, SDSU, UND, or USD
Let's find out. Johnny Mont.
or Iowa. But I feel like if he went to Iowa, we would have known.
Born in
Oregon.
California.
Oh, got that one wrong.
Wait, where
Dang.
did he play?
Played at Oregon. Never would have guessed that. I do not remember him at Oregon.
He just sounded super Midwestern, I
He
guess.
sounded super Midwestern. Where's he from, actually? Because that he might be
He
from the
was
Midwest.
so he was born in California.
Yeah, look at that. He's from Houston. That's actually not far from where I'm from. That's in the Central Valley.
Hicktown,
There you go. There you
Michael
go.
Pruitt, good
Seahawks can
name.
bring back Nick
Charlie
Vannett for
Werner,
their tight
got the
end
Super
three.
Bowl tax baby.
Charlie Werner. Dang, Charlie Werner making more than Mike Gesicki this year. That's wild.
Because he's a true Y,
That
probably.
is true. That's true. He's a true Y.
I think non-true Y tight ends are very devalued. I don't think the NFL values them as much as fans do.
As much as fantasy does. Which, fair enough. Holy cow, talk about a market that hasn't started yet. Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Any closing thoughts here on the tight ends on a market that's pretty bare actually now?
Johnny Smith should have gone to Pittsburgh, man.
It should have gone to Pittsburgh, that's right. Hayden Hurst, salute. If you want to come for cheap after the draft, we'll have your locker ready. But Not gonna say the same thing about CJ Uzama because you know what? CJ Uzama, after he left, said Zach Wilson could be better than Joe Burrow. And yes, he said could be. I don't care. He was wrong.
Zach
And
Wilson
don't.
could be better than Joe Burrow, is what he said.
Yeah,
Hey man, dude was
I
just trying
think
to
he's
hype up
got.
his new team.
No, no, and I get it. I get it. But
Yeah,
you're also
that
wrong.
one. That's a bad one.
But you're also very wrong.
Better than what TJ Hawkinson
That's a
said when he
bad
got
one.
traded. He was like, "I'm gonna finally win some games here now that I'm on the Vikings." How'd that work out for you?
That's rough. That's rough. Do
He
you
Ouch.
still
actually
do you
fucking
still
said
have the
that.
TJ Hawkinson jersey or did you burn it?
I mean, I still have it. I
Yeah,
don't wear it.
at least
I wear
I
my
don't have a
Bears
TJ
jersey now.
Hawkinson jersey.
Barry Sanders jersey's timeless. So that one will last you forever.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Here you go. The tackle market. You know what's crazy about the tackle market? The
It's
top
been
names
quiet.
here: Tyron Smith, Dave Bakhtiari just got cut, so I'll ignore him. But Tyron Smith, Jonah Williams, Mekhi Becton, Trent Brown, like these guys haven't even been linked to teams yet. Like there's
So,
no talk
yeah.
at all.
So here's what I've been thinking about. I think part of the reason why the guard market has absolutely exploded this year is because the tackles are really bad this offseason.
Mhm.
No good tackle, no good and healthy tackles hit the
Well,
market.
and the draft is loaded with tackles.
And it's that's probably it. That's another big factor. It's such a good tackle draft.
Mhm.
But
Dan
I
Skipper
think
did get re-signed though.
so. I
Oh, there you
know,
go.
yeah. I saw like he reported that he resigned. Someone wrote did Taylor Decker, but like crossed it out and
Yeah.
put Dan Skipper. It's like, ooh, too soon.
Brutal. Brutal. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Tyron Smith he's still really good,
Old
but
and
man,
injured.
old and injuries, that's a tough combo.
He's got a
He'll
bad
look,
back.
the Jets will probably bring him in. As they will probably Dave. Hey, Jets need two tackles. Get Tyron Smith on one side, Dave Bakhtiari on the other. That sounds like a
Hey,
move that
Aaron
Aaron
You know
Rodgers,
Rodgers
they're
would
old
gonna
want to
run
sign
make.
buddy.
Bakhtiari, man.
Yeah. Packers are definitely getting Bakhtiari. I would be shocked if they don't.
Packers, or you
Um,
mean Jets?
oh, sorry,
The New York
Jets. That's what I mean.
Packers.
Yeah, Jets. Yeah, the
The
New
New
York
York
Packers. That's
Packers.
right. Shoot, at this rate, if Jonah Williams' market is just totally dry, it'd be funny if he tries to come back to the Bengals. I wouldn't like be shocked by it, but it would have to be
I
like
wouldn't hate it.
totally dry. I wouldn't hate it either, but I mean, it would take a dry market. I
Hmm.
think some team will bring him up.
Who's
I'd
starting
rather
at who's starting at tackle for you right now?
nobody. Like literally
On either
no one.
tackle?
Oh, sorry. No, we got Orlando Brown on the left side.
Yeah.
Literally no one on the right side. Like if the season
Mm.
started today, it'd be like Jackson Carman, who they are actively trying to get rid of.
What about Andre Smith or DeAndre? What was his name?
Oh, Deontay Smith. Yeah,
Deontay
he's
Smith.
still around. He's still around.
I liked
Never
him back
worked
in the day.
out. Never panned out. He was on the practice squad last year.
Josh Nijman is a cool name. Who's he
That's a
play
good name.
for?
Where was Yash Nijman? I want to say he was with the Packers. Sounds like a
That's cool.
Packers
I
name.
like that name.
Yeah, there you go. Good guess by my part. You know what? I like Josh Jones actually quite a bit coming out. Like that would be okay. That'd be a flyer I might take. He wasn't that good for
Hmm.
the last year though. Let's see. Isaiah Wynn. There you go. Riley Reef. I'm surprised he hasn't retired yet.
Yeah, that's a name I haven't thought of in a bit.
Leo Collins
Two-time
still
Super Bowl
kicking around.
GOAT in the bad way.
Yeah. Actually,
Wait, no,
Riley
I was
Reef.
thinking Mike Remmers.
If
I was
he'd
thinking Mike
played,
Remmers. I was thinking
yeah,
about Mike Remmers. But
another
like,
tackle with a RE first name or last
well,
name. I
he
mean,
played because Reef couldn't.
right, right. Let's see. Here's Leo Collins out there. Yeah, there's just no activity here at
Oh
all.
gosh, remember that? Remember the Lael Collins, Joe Burrow bodyguard?
Oh yeah.
That aged poorly.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's shoot, they could bring him back for cheap if they need to. He knows the offense.
They're probably still paying him.
No, the contract they had was like almost all based on incentives.
Mm.
That's
That
one
was
thing
smart.
about the way the Bengals do contracts, actually in general, it pisses a lot of fans off because like it doesn't get you a lot of free agents because they just hate giving out guaranteed money. But when it comes to moving on from guys early, they can move on with like barely any dead cap hit, like at all. Like they cut Leo Collins in like week 2 last year.
The
Didn't have
old
to worry about it
cheapness
at
does
all.
still exist then, huh?
A little bit, a little bit. I mean, they guaranteed Joe Burrow
Yeah.
$225 million. So
They changed their whole organizational philosophy when they got
yeah,
Burrow,
yep, they did.
as they should.
And I'm glad they did. And I'm glad they did. Um, let's see. Anyone else here? I mean, there's just so many tackles still out there. It's
A lot
like
of
I'm not
tackles
even.
that are either old, hurt, or not very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like George Fant, Dwayne Brown, Mekhi Becton,
Guy
bunch of
Becton is
Jets.
so good when he's healthy, man. Like I'd
He
bank.
just can
I would
never
take a
stay healthy.
flyer on that.
I
I'd take
would
a
too.
flyer on that and then take a tackle in the draft. Like do that combo. I'd be happy with it.
Isaiah Wynn would be a good get. I'd bring in Isaiah Wynn. Billy
Let's
Turner is
see.
a solid tackle. I'll no, maybe a couple years ago he was.
Yeah. There you go.
But
Well,
yeah,
we're
I,
time. I think it's go ahead.
Jason Peters. I I don't know how why he's not retired yet.
Yeah, me neither. Well, I think it's time we start talking about a position that the Seahawks definitely need. At least one of, because they only got Anthony Bradford right now.
Let's go.
Kevin
Oh
Zeitler.
my God, did this market explode?
Yeah. Oh
Robert
yeah.
Hunt for 20 mil a year.
That's insane, man. And Robert Hunt's a good player, but 20 mil a year
Rams
is
are paying two
wild.
guards a lot. Damian Lewis getting 50 mil. That was another one where I was like, I will drive you to sign that contract. We are not matching that.
It's the Panther tax.
Two,
Damian
2 years
Lewis is
ago,
not that good, man.
Alex Kappa signed for 4 years, 40 million. And now Damian Lewis is signing for 4 years for 13 million more.
And
The
a
guard
much
market's
worse player.
exploded. Yeah, no worse player at that.
Yeah, the guard market's just been absurd. We're gonna get a really nice comp pick from that one though, which is funny from Damian
Yeah.
Lewis
Yeah.
and Colby Parkinson. We're getting good comp picks from the players like that.
Especially considering the Seahawks aren't signing guys to offset it. Oh, which by the way, comp picks, brief celebration. The Bengals got a third.
That's right. Who was
Let's
that
go.
for?
That was for Jesse Bates. The original formula
Mm,
had Jesse Bates getting canceled out by Orlando Brown, so we only got 2/6. They redid the formula yesterday so that Jesse Bates got a third and Orlando Brown wasn't like didn't get counted for that, so got
why didn't
upgraded.
Orlando
So
Brown get counted?
I don't know. It some guy on Twitter like explained the formula um better than I could. I was
Yeah, it's
reading into
weird.
it.
It
It was a
makes no sense.
lot of it's difficult. It's complicated, but I was not complaining. I was not
Yeah,
complaining. Um let's see. Kevin Zeitler. Honestly, if I'm the Seahawks, I'm calling Kevin Zeitler.
I would. I would.
My main team needs to go already called Kevin Zeitler. He's the only good one left here. Um Dalton Reisner. I like Dalton Reisner still.
I liked. I liked. I liked Cody Whitehair back in the day.
Yeah,
Bring
looking
back
here.
Mark Lewinsky again.
John Feliciano.
Oh yeah.
Oh, back
Uh-oh.
in
Oh, Calvin
Glasgow.
Throckmorton.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Two Newport
Bring
Knights on
him
this
back to
list, man.
the
Yeah.
yes, two Newport
Halapulava
guys.
Halapulava Vaitai. Boom.
Big V. I don't think we're
Trey
bringing him
Turner,
back.
remember when he
We're
was
gonna
really
miss him.
good?
Big V's pretty
The
good, man.
Lions still need a starting left guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jonah Jack. I mean, we weren't going to pay Jonah Jackson that much, so I don't mind him leaving. Got
Yeah.
Glasgow back at least. Probably going to draft a guard.
I can see
Where'd
that. That's nice.
That's
Jonah
easy.
Jackson go? Where'd he go?
He went to
He
the
went to the
Rams.
Rams.
Oh,
That
that's right. I knew
Rams
that.
interior O line, like I mean, it's pricey, but like
He's
having
good.
Jonah Jackson on left guard, Steve Avila center, Kevin
It's
Dotson right
big.
guard. A
It's
good
big.
interior O line.
Staten was just did an article about that too. David Edwards is still in the league, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Gabe Jackson is still in the league. Jeez. Cronus Grasu still in the league. I liked him way back in the day. It's like 2015, 2016.
Some
I
age
liked him
ago.
after we got rid of Max Unger. Cody
Cody
Ford at like
Ford.
Batman.
Yeah, Vetman to come back and be the swing guard, just like he was last year. Actually
Yeah,
played some
no,
good
this
snaps for us when he was in there.
this market just absolutely exploded. And I that's not one I would have seen coming. And I think part of it is because there's no good tackles. So if you're spending on O line, you're spending on guard.
Yeah. Same with
I
center.
thought Lakin
Some
Tomlinson
big
still
center
existed.
contracts.
Yeah, big center contracts.
That's right. I forgot Lakin Tomlinson was a Lion. I forgot he was drafted in the first round by him too.
Yeah, that was an oopsie.
Yeah, he was with us for like I think just that 1 year. Then we got rid of him.
He had some good
Yeah,
years
you
with the
guys moved on
Niners.
fast.
He had good years with the Niners too. And then he went to the Jets
hmm
and fell off.
I mean, it's pretty easy to be O lineman in the I think Shanahan gets a lot out of his linemen because I think the only like really good offensive lineman that Shanahan had at either Atlanta or San Francisco is Trent Williams.
Mhm.
I think his scheme gets a lot out of him. Coleman Shelton Husky right there.
There you go. And Seahawks need a center too. Well, they'll probably draft one. Oh no, they got Olu. Never mind.
I
I forgot they
think
got
I think
Olu.
they're gonna stick with Olu or Evan Brown.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hey,
there's
but
And
if
no
you
I'm cool
guys
with
don't
that.
bring Evan Brown back, he can come back to the Lions.
I like
be the
him.
left guard.
Nick
Connor
Harris,
Williams.
Husky.
Connor Williams has now officially played every position on the O line now, apparently. Um,
He was never a tackle. People were dumb to put him at tackle.
so funny. Coleman Shelton's like listed higher here than Brian Allen when Brian Allen was starting over him. It's kind
I
of funny how
know.
that works out. Bradley Bozeman, I remember when everyone said was he was going to get a big contract. Here he is back. That's the funny thing about free agency. We talk about all these good deals. There's a good chance some of these don't work and they're right back on the market in a year or two.
A very good chance. A
Huh.
very good chance.
Yeah. Will Clapp. Love it. Great name. Tyler Shatley. One of the Connor McGoverns, because there's two of them. Not sure which one's this one is. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, I don't know. Centers are centers, I guess. There's still some,
I
there's
would
still some
never
solid ones
pay a
here.
lot of money for a center, ever.
Well, the Titans said, "How dare you, sir?"
That's not a good deal. That is a bad deal. That was a
Andre
bad
James
choice.
essentially signed the same deal that actually no, how much did we sign Ted Karras for? Let me look this up here. Ted Karras spot track. He signed oh yeah, he was only 3 years, 18 million. Never mind. Andre James got 6 million more. That's crazy.
Wow.
Um Center market's exploding. Jeez, 10 mil a year for Tyler Biotish is horrible.
Oh yeah,
Especially when
that's
Mitch
bad.
Morse got 10 total over 2 years.
Commies have been making some bad moves on bad players.
I mean,
Mhm.
it's the
Desperate.
commies. What do you expect, man?
Bad team building. It's desperate trying to make a splash. If I was the commies, I'd be like, we're not gonna spend on crap. We'll rebuild the long and hard way, get a team that fights hard, a lot of young guys. That's what you should do,
Mhm.
not pay for absolute garbage that you'll probably be cutting in a year or two.
You know
Mhm.
what's funny about the commies though is they do that every single year. They'll
hmm
just try to make the biggest free agent splashes possible, and it never works out for them.
Funny thing is, these aren't even splashes. These are guys where it's like no one thinks these guys are good.
They're spending a lot on it. They're spending splash money on them though.
It's so much cap space too. They could have gone after some big names if they wanted, and
Were there really big names
What
though, to be
real
honest?
big name wants to go play for the Washington Commanders,
And
though? That's the
were there
question.
any? Were there any? Let's be real here. This is
eh,
no one interesting really hit the market.
Bring back Kirk Cousins. Just kidding. You draft.
Here's the thing about free agency, guys, is there's normal teams that can spend on normal contracts, and then there's the commies and Panthers tax. When those two teams get a free agent, they have to pay out the ass because if they don't pay out the ass, no one's going to go to those teams. And even when they do pay out the ass and get the player they want, that player is still probably going to underwhelm because the organization's a shithole. Like Robert
Jeez.
Huntman is pretty good in Miami, right? Probably going to get worse in Carolina because it's the Panthers and they have a terrible organization, as
Hmm.
said by the players themselves, based
That's
on the
true.
report cards that came out. So you know what? Panthers and commies, boys. They just have a tax.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Some fun
Yeah.
stuff here, though.
Yeah,
Oh
the edge
yeah.
Big
rusher
contract for
market had
Brian
some
Burns,
activity.
Josh Allen's, Daniel Hunter today. I think that's a great
Okay.
fit.
Hot take
Oh
for
yeah.
Hunter though. That is a good fit in Houston, but I think he's really overpaid.
Yeah,
25 a year.
that's quite a lot,
That
but
is a
they
lot.
needed edge help.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Pairing him with Will Anderson is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
And they had cap space too. It's not like they were like strapped for money.
Oh yeah. That's a good move. That's one of the few good moves this free agency.
Brian Burns got a
Chase
fat
Young
contract
being
though.
a free agent, man, that's crazy.
Trace Young's still out there. He's visiting like the Saints, the Panthers, and the Titans. Lets you know where his market's at.
Hmm. Grenard and Hunter kind of just swapped there.
Yep, they literally did. They literally did.
So Darius Smith
Um,
back, Uche back, Graham
do you
back,
see? I
Leonard
saw this. So
Floyd.
Josh Uche, apparently he had like deals, like multi-year deals for like 11, 12, 13 million a year, but he just loves Gerard Mayo. So he wanted to go back and like sign
Mm.
like one 3-year deal, cash out, like have a huge year with them as the head coach and cash out. I was like, damn,
I
respect,
can respect that. Yeah.
respect.
That's cool.
Leonard Floyd getting 10 mil for 2 years in year of our Lord 2024 is surprising. That was a weird
Pat
one.
Barrett stayed in
And
Florida.
honestly, he doesn't fit the 4-3. He doesn't fit an even front. He's a great 3-4 defensive outside linebacker, but I
Hmm.
don't see the fit there. Shaq Barrett is someone I was interested in bringing in.
Hmm. He's
Yeah, me
he's had some
too.
injuries, so
Yeah, Carl Lawson, Davenport, Lions,
there you
Dude,
go.
how do I feel about
Dorrance
Davenport? So, like,
Armstrong getting
here's
3 years,
what were you saying?
11 a year is a lot.
Yeah. Go ahead, Daniel, on Marcus.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, it's a cheap deal, whatever, but I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like edge rusher is the one position that I really did want Brad Holmes to try to get a premier player. Because the thing is, with Davenport, I feel like what's gonna happen is he'll play the first couple weeks, get injured, and we have another carousel opposite Hutchinson again. And we can't get
Mm,
pressure. Aaron Glenn's got to dial up more blitzes. And when the blitzes don't work, the corners get beaten, and it's the same shit as last year. That's the concern I have. But I hear Davenport's pretty good when he's healthy, so I don't know.
it's
So
day
Hmm.
two,
oh,
I think there's plenty of room for the market to keep developing. Then you have the
Yep.
draft too.
Yep.
how do you guys feel about this? I know some Lions fans were saying that signing Davenport's more like a June kind of move. Do you guys agree or
Or what
disagree
kind of move?
with
Mm, no, he's a first week of free agency guy.
He's a hedge. He's a hedge.
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Um, no, he's a fine player.
He's
Yeah, because a
good.
lot of people
He's
were
good
He'll
like,
when
be
nah, we
good
healthy.
to
should
have in the
sign him
rotation. He
long
can
term
play.
in
He can play
June.
the three.
He can. It's not a bad call out there, actually. Speaking of guys who can play the three, Danico Autry. Going
He
to a
got he
divisional
got
rival.
paid.
That's a
He
good
got
get.
paid.
That's a good get. That
Oh
pass
yeah,
rush in Houston now, what they got
it's looking good, man. They got a winning formula. Good quarterback, pass rush.
yep. Let's see.
Kyle Van Noy maybe he comes back to
Maybe
Ngakwe.
comes back to uh Mike McDonald. Same with Clowney. I have heard some buzz there. Yeah, Yetur Gross Matos. Like that's another. He's a good. He fits. He has a similar body type to Beau, so it's just nowhere near as good. So I can see why. I think 9 mil is more than I would have paid.
Did Bud Dupree used to be really good?
Mm,
yeah,
solid.
used to be when he was
Damn.
with Pittsburgh.
I was gonna
It's
say that's
kind
an
of
old
hasn't
Darrell
really
guy.
been
Maybe
since
Taylor.
then.
23, bro.
Charles Harris. There you go. That's who you're bringing home.
Marcus Golden.
Jeez, a lot of guys on this list.
Oh,
Oh
Deshaun.
no.
LJ Collier at the bottom. Former first round pick LJ Collier all the way down there.
That was a bad pick, man. And I knew it at the time too. I knew at
Yeah.
the moment that we drafted, I was like, oh, this is bad. And usually I'm a glass half full guy. Although unlike the last two drafts, my immediate reaction were quite bad, but I was okay with them in the hours after. My knee-jerk reaction for LJ was like, oh, this is bad. This was a big reach. Like, and I was
Bad.
fine with the Penny pick and the Gerald Taylor and all that stuff. Eskridge, I liked Eskridge. You knew that. People hate on Eskridge too much.
He's
They act
back,
like he was a
baby.
first round pick, not 60th overall.
Right. It's a little different. It's a little
Yeah,
different.
I know. It's ridiculous. But that's the edge class.
It's the
Some top of
edges.
market movement for sure.
Yeah, most of the movement here at the top and some big deals at the top.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Big
still
trade,
wait.
big blockbuster.
Trade to Giants
People
5 years.
showed a picture of like the players on the Giants defense and like all but two of them were not very good. I was like the all you got's Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns. Those are two good players, but you're showing like Kayvon Th Thibodeau and and the cornerback. I'm blanking on his name again.
Deontay Banks, the guy we
Yeah,
drafted last year.
yeah,
I don't even remember how he did. He might have been
not
good this year.
great.
Not great.
No.
There you go.
And like Bobby Okereke. He
Okay,
was like
Bobby
solid.
Okereke is good.
He's good, but he's not the hype that they were putting in that photo.
That's fair. That's fair.
Christian Wilkins, they let him walk.
They had to. They got no money. And the money
Yeah.
they do have, they're gonna spend on Tua.
Chris Jones getting a huge deal. When I saw that deal, it's like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad for keeping Leonard Williams.
Yeah. It remains to pull it
Christian
off.
Wilkins, though, I
Matabuke
think
got a big deal.
Vegas is gonna have a good D line, man.
They
Yeah.
will. Yeah. Wilkins and
I'm very happy with the Leonard Williams deal, especially that it's 3 years. I'm very happy with that deal. What was
here
it?
we
I
go.
think it's what is it? 20, it's like 21-ish million, 22 million. I think 22 and a half maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with it.
There you go. If the
Your
Bengals
boy
can't
DJ.
apparently what I'm hearing is his asking price with some of these other deals that have happened, his asking price is starting to get into like the 20 mil a year range.
It's a little
If
high for
that's
him.
true, I'm taking that money and I'm spending it on both. I'm pairing Rankins and Tart. I'm getting both these guys for the money that you would spend on this
Yeah,
year.
that's a little too much for Reader. I'm
So
surprised that Eric Armstead's a free agent.
yeah. Yeah, they just had to get cap compliant.
Are the Niners just moving on from him? He's just
Yeah,
gotten
no,
old.
he's gone. He's I think he's starting to look at other teams.
That defensive interior is gotten a lot worse for the Niners.
All they really because Kinlaw left too, so all they really have
Oh,
now
he
is
was bad. He was
well,
bad.
yeah, but he was a name. He's athletic. All they have now there is Hargrave.
Yeah, and he's a three.
hmm
Watch them get Devondre Sweat at 31.
Yeah, he's gonna be a
Good.
second rounder.
Ashawn Robinson got a big deal.
Yeah, good for him. He was good in Detroit for a little
He
bit.
was, yeah, he was a solid player. Bully Futakasi. Raekwon Davis, one of my old faves.
There you
Poona
go. They're one
Ford.
of your old crushes there.
Greg Gaines,
Una.
1 year, 3.5. I would have done that. I'm pretty disappointed we didn't go for that. Some solid, oh, Al Woods. Oh, God.
Surprised he isn't retired yet. Jordan Elliott, there you go.
Yeah. Like I felt to 1 year, 2.5. I would have done that. Mike Purcell, he's a solid player.
How old is William Golston?
Brent Urban. Oh, then we might bring in Brent Urban. I'd do
Oh,
it.
that one would make sense. That one would make a lot of sense. William Golston does feel like he's been
He's
around forever.
old. He was with the Bucks for a while now.
I think he's has he only been with the Bucks? I want to say he might have spent like 1 or 2 years at other places, but
Yeah.
he's a long time Buccaneer here. Hold on, let me
No,
see.
he had drafted.
Yeah, but I think he might have maybe gone to another team and then gone back. Nope, he was with the Bucks the whole time. Look at that. 2013
That's
to
Wow.
impressive.
present. Dang. As a fourth round pick, too.
Good for him.
Hey, it
Sweet.
was the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl defensive MVP.
There you go. There
Perion
you
Winfrey. I thought he'd be good.
there you go. Yeah, D tackle
Oh,
class still some names.
yeah.
Still some names here. But getting into the linebackers now.
Patrick
How
Queen.
Patrick
did Pat
Queen going to
how did
Pittsburgh shook me, dude.
I honestly
That shook me
I
a little
was
bit.
No,
laughing.
I
I was
think
laughing.
I think he was the guy everyone was saying he's a bust until this year. And he played next to Roquan and
Mhm.
had probably the best defensive coordinator in the league.
He's going to Pittsburgh, man. He'll be fine. I think he'll be
Yeah,
okay.
he'll be fine. But this isn't a huge heist that some people make out to be.
Dude,
I
what a
listen. I'm happy we didn't pay him that much.
yeah. Bro, I'm
And
seeing
same
a
with
Devin
Jordan
White name
Brooks.
up there.
How bad was the culture in Baltimore that their two biggest defensive free agents left for division rivals?
I think that's a fun narrative, but I think the Ravens smartly let the right players walk.
Let me say, didn't they re-sign someone for a big contract? I
They
forget his
said
name.
re-sign
Matt
Matt BK. They got
Not a
Matt
BK.
BK for a big contract.
I didn't
Yeah,
say they're doing fine, I think.
they're doing all right.
They made the right choices,
I like to press that. I like to press
but
that button.
it's fun. It's fun to talk about. But I think that's one team that the culture's fine at.
Yeah, Bobby
Bobby's
Wagner ain't
not coming
coming
back.
back.
Bobby's
Devin
not
White.
We
coming
shouldn't
back.
have
You
brought
want
him
to take a
back last
flyer?
year. Shouldn't have brought him back last year.
Want to take a flyer on Devin White?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Wasn't Devin White really good at one point too?
He was. He was.
He was a good rookie.
You
He
could
had a good
argue
rookie
he was more
season.
deserving of Super Bowl MVP the year Tom won it with Tampa
Yeah,
than
yeah.
he was
Half
really
of
good for a
most of
while.
Tom Brady's Super Bowl MVPs have been undeserved. Um,
Don't talk about Tom Brady like that, Robert.
I'm a hater.
You know he's gonna come
Luckiest guy
find you.
ever.
Luckiest
I
guy
totally
ever? What do you mean
yes,
luckiest
yes.
guy? His wife left
All
him. What do you mean
that's his
luckiest
own
guy,
damn
bro?
fault.
Come on.
Dude,
He's had some
dude,
stuff go
dude,
against him too.
dude could have retired and not have gone through like a pretty rough season if he
And a
if and
divorce.
would have kept his wife.
Dude played his ass off in that one Super Bowl against the Eagles and still lost to Nick Foles, bro, because of Matt Patricia's defense. What do you mean he's lucky, dude?
That
He's got a decent amount of luck.
most of
He's
his
got some
rings
luck. He's
almost
got some bad
I'd
luck.
say almost all of his rings are either from his defense or Adam Vinatieri.
So where's Russell Wilson's 2 rings then?
De Patriots defense. Exactly, proving my point.
Well, how come he doesn't have 7 like Tom?
Because he didn't have Bill Belichick's defense
Now I'm just fucking with you, man.
and cheating. I'm fucking with you as well. I totally take Devin White. I'd really do that.
It's a good flyer. You can probably
Yeah,
get him pretty cheap too.
yeah. Jordan Brooks, that's another example of I will drive you to sign that contract. No thanks. Um, Frankie Louvu overpay.
Nice to see the Vikings have
Nah, Frankie
FOMO every
Lou is
free
good, man.
agency.
I actually think for a little over 10 a year, that's not bad. That's not
Oh
bad.
wait, I saw 2 years. I saw 2 years, not three.
Yeah.
I
Oh
saw
yeah, for two
15
that would have
mil.
been a lot. For three, that's not bad.
I think that's solid. Van Ginkel though, that is a lot of money for him.
Dude, the Vikings just get FOMO, man. They don't want to feel left out.
Willie Gay, I would have done for 1 year, 3 mil. I would have done
That's
that.
not bad. Tyrell Dodson's another good name out there.
That's
Honestly,
and
if you
Jerome
need two
Baker.
linebackers, get Devin White and Tyler
Those are
Dodson
two
or
guys
Jerome
I'd totally
Baker.
bring in. Those
Yeah,
are
two of
three
these
guys I'd bring
three.
in.
Two of these
Isaiah
three.
Simmons, one of my old faves.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah, no, I thought he'd be really, really good.
Devondre Campbell.
Eric
Some good
Kendricks.
years in Green
Drew
Bay.
Tranquil going back and get everybody.
Yeah.
Oren Burks, Super Bowl GOAT.
It's all money for Josie Jewell.
It is.
Blake Cashman. Josie Jewell got more than Blake Cashman did.
That's surprising.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
barely.
Barely, but it's still
Super Bowl
more.
GOAT, Oren Burks.
Still available. Devin Bush is still
Um,
Jalen
available. There you
David,
go.
man, best special
Dev,
teamer now that Matt Slater
Devin
retired.
Bush. Oh, one of my faves. Cody
Cody
Barton.
Barton. This is actually Nicholas Morrow signed with the Bills, so take him
Hmm.
off the list. Cody Barton, bring him back.
Oh God.
Bring
Quanah
him
Alexander,
back.
Deion Jones.
Actually, you know what? Sione Takitaki for 2 for 3.
He's a solid
That's not bad.
player. He's a
That's
solid
not
player.
bad.
He's more of like a big safety.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Speaking of now Patriots linebackers, this is gonna hurt to hear Daniel, but Jelani Tavai, I don't know if you've been following. He was really good with the Patriots last year.
Yeah, I know. And
Just saying. Just
okay.
saying.
You
He
gotta
can
just
go
rub it
for the
in.
Patriots for all I care. This team still sucks. He still sucked for us. So you know what? Do his thing. I'm happy for him.
Zach Bond. No, wait, hold on. Anthony
Anthony
Walker.
Barr back in, oh, I wanted him bad back in the day, and I didn't know we were way out of range.
Anthony Barr way down here. Holy cow.
Forgot about Anthony
I
Barr,
can't believe he's
man.
still in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of it for the linebackers. Talking
Oh,
corners.
here's a fun one now.
There's still some names. There's still some names here.
Did Jalen Johnson request a trade mid-season and now he
He
re-signed
did.
for a while? What the? I'm not even gonna ask, man. That's I don't know what the fuck's happening there.
Caleb documented staying.
No Algerius for the Lions.
Huh? Maybe actually, because he's
I don't
sounds like
think
he's gonna
so.
get traded.
Well, they already
He's
made
gonna
the
get
trade.
traded, not to us.
Oh, what's that?
The Lions already
I
made their
said,
trade.
Oh yeah, for Carlton. Yeah, never mind. You're right. You're right.
yeah, you already traded for him. Yeah, we're not trading for Seed.
Chidobe Awuzie, how do you feel about that?
I'm all right with it. He for 12 mil a year. We had him
Yeah,
for 8. And he had his worst year as a Bengal this past
you got
season.
good guys
Coming
ready.
back
You
from
got good
ACL
players
tear.
ready.
Yeah. I like Taylor Britt, DJ Turner. Honestly, we've been linked actually to Kendall Fuller. So
Mm.
shoot. I would like
Trey
that.
White not getting sniffs, man. What a fall.
Yeah. So
It's
staying
injuries, man.
Achilles tears,
Killer.
man. They eventually catch up
Oh
to you.
yeah. Darby
Darius
still being in the
Williams.
league is funny to me.
Darius Williams, good contract there for the Rams.
He's going back.
Going
God
back.
damn it. Oh,
Yeah.
he
And
was
he
really
was
good for the Rams
he
too.
was good for the Jaguars too. They just cut him for cap stuff.
He was the one who
He's a good
picked
player.
pick six Russell in the divisional round, right? I'm thinking the right guy. Yeah. Oh, God damn it, he's really good. Sean Murphy Bunting, good ad, good ad. There's your corner.
Yep, there you go. Keyshawn Nixon, really more of a kick returner than a DB, but yeah, he's back.
Bit a bit much for me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Eli Apple, bring him back.
Bring him back. Except we already gave his number to DJ Turner. Um, there you go. Patrick Peterson, Marcus Peters. Bring Marcus Peters to Seattle.
Miles Bryant, I'd take him.
Yeah, there you go. There's a nickel corner slash safety slash linebacker.
CJ Henderson.
Man, what a fall for him. Christian Fulton. That's interesting. He had some good years in Tennessee too.
He did.
Rock is Sin available. Good player.
Nick
Shaquille Griffin.
Robertson, welcome to Detroit. I've heard good things
JC
from Raiders
Jackson.
fans.
Gosh. And this is what we were talking about earlier. JC Jackson got a massive contract not even
Never,
2 calendar years
ever,
ago.
never trust. No, it's 2 calendar years. Never trust a Patriots DB though. Never trust him.
It's true. Shout out Butler. Sorry to bring up that name, Rob.
Sorry, what do you say?
I said shout out Malcolm Butler. Sorry to
Oh,
bring up that
shut
name,
up.
Rob.
They cheated.
And that
Whatever
one,
his name, the Patriots analytics guy was totally like chief of cheating operations.
it was Connor Stallions.
The
Well,
CCO.
no, it's like Bill Belichick's analytics guy was the one who said, "Be ready for this play in a goal line situation." It's like, oh yeah, sure, sure.
It's like
Trey Flowers,
his
ugh.
chief, his chief of analytics was Connor Stallions.
Oh, he's got Kindle Vildor,
Yeah, there you go.
God, he doesn't come back,
Trey
man.
Flowers. Ugh.
I think Kittle Vildo would look real good in Seahawks colors.
Oh gosh. We need safeties. Ugo Amadi. Wow, a lot of just Noah Igbenogany. That's
Yeah, first round pick 4 years ago at the
how
bottom
long
of the
ago was
list.
CJ Henderson?
Also 4 years. No,
Same
three.
class?
No, 4 years ago. Yeah, yeah, it was 4 years ago. He was the same class as Jeff Okuda. A lot of bust
A lot of
corners in
recent
that
corners been
class.
busting, man.
Yeah. At least we got um AJ Terrell out of that draft class.
True.
But yes,
Hopefully Spoon doesn't bust. Oh, a lot of in that era. I don't think corners have been busting lately though, because Sauce, Spoon, hopefully.
it
I think
turned
Spoon
around a
had a
bit.
good
Spoon's gonna be fine, man. He
Who,
can walk.
2021.
Spoon? Spoon?
2021 and it turned back around. It was Pat Surtain and
Yeah,
JC Horn
that's
for the
true.
next
Yep.
year, and then like Sauce Gardner was the year after that.
Tariq
So
Woolen.
it's turned back around. Yeah, Tariq Woolen in the fourth. I'm thinking more first round guys, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
know. I'm just being a homer.
yeah. No, I hear you. Derek Stingley's turned into a really freaking good player
Oh
this.
yeah.
You could have seen that coming.
Maybe yes. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe we did.
Maybe we did. All right, talking safeties now. Yeah, I think it's the last. But I don't know. We got the specialists too. We'll talk specialist
Of
action.
course we need to talk specialists.
So it's funny because there's a firm like if you look at this, they got a firm middle tier of the market and a firm top of the market here. So Antoine Winfield, a lot of money. Xavier McKinney got a ton of money for
Yeah, I
Green
was
Bay.
surprised by that, honestly. I didn't think he could
Yeah,
pay that much.
good player, but almost 17 mil a year is a little much. A little much.
Maybe Green
Yeah.
Bay's got some FOMO too.
Yeah.
Hey, Packers spent. That's what you do when you got a cheap quarterback.
That's true.
Geno Stone.
Kevin Curl, Geno
They
Stone.
can't.
Yeah, tell us about how you feel
Oh,
about that.
I'm stoked about Geno Stone, man. I was pumped on him. As soon as I heard that we were gonna be targeting a safety in free agency, I was like, I hope it's Geno Stone, man. Because A, I knew he wouldn't be crazy expensive the way like a Xavier McKinney would be.
Hmm.
And I mean, you can see the numbers. Yeah. Um, but B too. I mean, just perfect fit for what they want to do. So true zone safety, deep middle, really what they lost when Jesse Bates left.
Hmm.
Dax Hill, not a deep safety. He could be a good slot. I think he's a good slot corner. I think he could be good bot. Use him as your kind of like your Swiss Army knife all over the defense. Not a good fit for that true deep safety, patrol the middle, the field role, the way that the Geno Stone was for the
Mm.
Ravens this past year is a true free. So excited they got that back in the defense. Him and Battle are going to be a fun tandem. And then people are like, oh, what do you do with Dax Hill? I don't
Slot
know.
corner.
Do whatever you want with them. Put them on wherever you need them in the secondary slot corner. Shoot, when you're playing teams that like to go four wide, you'll need two slot corners. Put them
They
on
got
one
a
of
D
those
lineman
sides.
just always blitz Mike Hilton.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I mean, if it's what it's gonna be
Versatility's
a
fun.
bad thing that we can take advantage of Dax Hill's versatility now.
Yeah.
No, and he's
Got him
good.
at a
He's
pretty
great.
good deal. 7
Yeah, for
mils, pretty
that rate.
solid.
Yeah, no, Lou
I
Anarumo
think
cooked
I
with
think the
that one.
NFL doesn't view him as high as probably fans do. Fans probably see the interception numbers a lot.
Well, the thing is too, it's not just the interception numbers, like his coverage, like his like
Yeah.
he averaged like in coverage, like average 0.3 yards allowed on his targets, which is crazy.
Hmm.
Um,
He probably definitely benefited from being in a really good defense, but he's a
oh
good
no, it's
player.
true. No, I mean benefit for being in a really good scheme. Guess who else has a
Being
really
next
good
to
scheme?
Kyle Hamilton
It's fair.
and two
It's
good
fair.
linebackers.
That's fair. But the Bengals have two good linebackers. They don't have Kyle Hamilton. I'll give you that. But Jordan
That's
Battle's
true.
ascending. Not saying he's ever going to be Kyle Hamilton,
I
but he's
think I
ascending
think
free
uh
safety.
I think your linebackers are a bit different than Queen and Smith,
Oh, they
though.
definitely are. They definitely are.
They're more traditional thumpers.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty solid in coverage, though, for what people give
Wilson
credit.
is. Wilson is. Pratt sometimes struggles there, but
Yeah.
that's all right. Um, so no, just good to have like a true coverage, like can play the deep middle
Hmm.
safety again. So It's good. It's honestly just going to allow the defense to get back to what it was in 2021 and 2022. 2023, we were just giving up so many explosives, which part of that was just having a really young secondary. It's growing pains that happens. Um, but part of that too is just not having the personnel to do what Lou wants to do. So now we do. So there's my thoughts. That was I love that song. I was a big fan of that. It was one I've been rooting for a while.
No, it was a really good signing. And the best part is that you take him from the
And you
Ravens.
take him from a division rival. That's right. That's right. Um, but speaking on safeties, what the hell is Seahawks going to do here?
Um, Eddie Jackson is someone I'd like as a bit of a reclamation project.
Not bad. I
Um,
like that.
I know that Rayshawn Jenkins, there's been some linking there. There's been a
Okay.
little bit of talk there. Um,
I heard that too, actually.
um,
Tracy Walker.
oh gosh, I like the safety class. I think there's some solid guys that'll be there a bit later, so I'm cool with waiting for the draft a little bit.
John Johnson. You know what? You know what's funny about
I'd
John
bring him
Johnson
in.
being all the way down here? He was pretty good when he played with the Rams last year.
He was.
It's just like, do people only think he's good when he plays in LA? Is the question, I
I mean,
guess.
part of it, but at least we play him once a year.
Yeah. You play there once a year, you're guaranteed to play there at some point.
What about CJ GJ leaving
I'm fine with it,
Going
man.
going home.
He got
He's
a he got
going
a pretty
home.
big deal with Philly, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah.
eh. Yeah, he had his moments, but I think he was injured a lot. So I think they're gonna
Yeah.
try to roll with Kirby and Iffy as safety. They might try to get some depth safeties as well, but
hmm
time will tell.
Just, just using Branch as a pure nickel.
I think
It
that's what they're
worked.
trying to do, honestly.
Yeah. It's not a
It'd be
bad plan.
interesting if we got Justin Simmons, seeing his name
Mm,
floating around a little bit.
I'd like to bring in Justin Simmons, but it might be a bit too much than I'd like to pay for.
Eddie Jackson's an interesting one too.
Reclamation
Well, it's
project.
actually,
I think
it's
that's
funny
what.
actually talking on Brian Branch and all that. It's like they just brought in a Meek Robinson who's had his best snaps out of the slot. So
Mm,
do you roll with Brian Branch more in a true safety and put a Meek Robinson in the nickel, or do you use him
hmm
more as a true corner and keep Branch in the nickel and run with? They got options. They got options. It's a nice thing.
Flexibility is good for
Yeah, maybe
defense.
Nick Robertson is what's his face? Will Harris's replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah, Will Harris, Kendall Vildor, Josh Jacobs, all or Josh Jacobs, Jerry Jacobs,
Jerry
all free
Jacobs.
agents now, and they ain't coming back.
They ain't coming back. They're free. They're free. And you got Carlton
We're
Don't
Davis.
let the
free.
door hit you on the way out.
Although I can respect Jerry Jacobs though. He's got a cool story, but ultimately not good enough.
Yep. Had to move on.
There you go. Let's see. Julian
Specialist.
Blackman, another good one.
Specialist. Oh
Another good
yeah,
name
I'd
there.
give Julian Blackman a shot. Jordan Poyer. Oh wait, no, he's already signed.
Yeah, he
Damn
signed with the Dolphins. Yeah.
This Jamal Adams guy sounds pretty good.
Dude,
You'll
Clearing's
love
filthy.
Quan. Hey,
Down the
both of
line.
you guys will love Quandre Diggs.
Okay, Quandre, he was good for Detroit.
He was
He
good for
was,
Then
and he
Detroit.
was good. He was good for most of his tenure in Seattle.
he just got older.
Just that, idiot one and idiot two this last season embarrassing the team in different ways was really annoying.
Hmm.
But I think I'll look back at the Quandary area happily. I will not look back at the Jamal era with much joy.
How will you look back on the Jonathan Abram era?
It's like one game.
Perfect. Well,
Um,
let's leave it that way.
I know, I've
Kicker.
told you this story many
Sure.
times, but the plan, and I believe it was 2018 or 2019, was Brian Burns and Jonathan Abram, and we got LJ Collier and Marquise Blair. And honestly, it's kind of a wash.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
And we were never getting Brian Burns. They messed that one up.
Yeah. Then kicker. Most of it's
Jaime Fairbairn.
hey, Nick
Whenever you
Folk's
see
still
something
there.
about him, you see a big old name.
Nick Folk was awesome last year.
He was. I'll
He's
never
back though.
forgive uh Ron Rivera for making me lose a fantasy game, having Joey Sly kick a 70-yard field goal at the end of a half. I will never
Rubo
forgive that.
Ron.
That pissed me off so much. It wasn't even close. It was like a 70-yard field goal. I lost my fantasy game because of that.
Here you go. Let's see.
Oh,
Aaron
there's
McMahon
been
is
some movement in the punter market though.
yeah, there has been. Tommy Townsend went to the Texans, Cameron Johnson to the Steelers, Presley Harvin straight up cut. Still some names here, still some names out there.
Long snapper, baby. The
The long
Cowboys' only
snapper
move.
market.
Oh, Tyler Ott.
Yeah, Tyler Ott. It's okay because you got Crystal to replace him.
I
You're
still can't
chilling.
believe that you
Long snapper got a
busted that one
3-year
out.
deal.
I don't know if you were there for this one, Daniel, but like the Seahawks have a new long snapper this year, and Beau was able to name the college he went to somehow out of his ass, like instantly. It was really funny.
You know how I
How?
remember is he was in the Senior Bowl last year actually, and I remember when I was doing my draft prep for that, I looked at the whole roster and I was like, I don't normally care about long snappers, but like I don't know, I'll remember where they went to college. I know there was like a VMI long snapper a couple of years ago. I don't remember what his name was, but as soon as I saw Crystal, I was just like, it was like one of those things where it's just like triggered something in my head, and I was like,
It was
Penn
really
State
funny.
long snapper, 2023 Senior Bowl.
It was
So
just
there you go.
instantly. It was awesome.
So.
That's pretty
There you
cool,
go.
man.
Tyler
I
Ott
like it.
re-signed or reunited with the former Ravens special teams coordinator as well.
Where's
Or
Larry
sorry,
Izzo?
not
Did he get
Ravens,
picked up?
Seahawks special teams
Oh,
coordinator,
they
my
got
bad.
Larry Izzo, man. We got Jay Harbaugh.
Means they're gonna sign I don't know, some former Michigan guy. Does Michigan have a punter in this year's draft?
I don't know.
I guess they don't need a punter because they got Dixon.
True. Dicko mode.
Digo mode. And then all the other long snappers are just re-signings. Well, let's see. That's it for the
That was a good
action thus
document.
far. Yeah, I like it. I like it all in one play. Good job, Ari Mayrov.
Good job,
Mayrov. I hope
Ari.
I'm saying that. I hope I'm saying that right. Anything else? Any closing
Ooh, let's
thoughts?
give a little, yeah, everyone talk about how you feel about how your team has performed.
I like it so far. I've liked all our moves. I think there's still work to be done, but as a whole, there hasn't been a move I've disliked yet. In a
Hmm.
vacuum. In a vacuum.
For me, this is exactly what I wanted them to do. We're finally we did several things that I wanted us to do. One, cut the dead weight, cut the bad contracts, cut the bad people. We took care of that. We talked about that already. Rest in peace, Pro Bowler Nick Bellore. I'll miss you. But yes, you don't pay him that much money. Um, let players that you shouldn't give money to walk. We did that. Don't go and make big signings that you're going to regret in a couple of years that are going to be bad contracts because you're not in the position to do that. You're not in the Super Bowl window right now. Let's be real. There's not a single contract that has been signed by a player that I'm like, dang, I wish my team did that. There really isn't. And I'm happy with how they've done. Find some value at places and move on and get ready for the draft. That's what I want them to do, and they did it. We'll see if we get Clowney or Devin White or safeties. We'll see what happens there. But I think this is going to be a year of taking some lumps, but looking a lot different on the field. And the biggest thing is they re-signed Leonard Williams. They had to do that, and they
Hmm.
did. So I'm happy.
There you go.
Daniel, let's hear what you have to think about the Lions so far.
The Lions free agency has been fine. Honestly, it's what I expected. Brad Holmes his kind of main philosophy. He likes to go for splashes in the draft. but in free agency, he just kind of fills holes here and there. But doesn't really try to make big signings. I think a lot of the discourse right now from Lions fans is a lot of fans want him to make big signings because a lot of fans feel that we are in the Super Bowl window now. Just
I
true. I mean,
think
if
you
you
are.
make the NFC, you make the NFC Championship, yeah. I mean, this is our Super Bowl window right now, especially when we're gonna have some contracts coming up in a couple of years that we're gonna have to re-sign. So I don't know. I feel like Holmes' thinking is he wants to save enough money for those extensions, but I feel like he's got to balance it out a little bit. Like he can at least get one, at least try to get one premier guy at corner or defensive end. Really get a guy in that can either pair with Hutch or like kind of carry the cornerback room a little bit, and just even if you got to pay him a little bit, right? Just let them go off, man. Just getting some good players in. So I think this year's free agency strategy was kind of like last year's was, just getting a lot of depth in, which is fine. Like I'm for it, it's whatever. But maybe not as exciting
I
as some fans hope for. And I would still like to see us try for a premier edge. I really,
mhm.
really do want to get a proper partner for Hutch. Because the thing is, I think with the corners, we can get a good corner in the draft this year. So I'm fine getting depth there. But for a premier edge rusher, I know there's some good ones, but I would really, really like to have a vet, preferably opposite Hutch. Because I want guarantees that, he's not going to get doubled so much. And we're going to not have to blitz every freaking play just to get some pressure on the QB. That's my 2 cents.
Um, no, absolutely. I think that you're very right about a lot of that. Um, I think your cornerback pairing is really solid.
I think the corners are fine. Yeah. I think the biggest criticism though is there isn't a true CB1. Because right now our room is it's Sutton, Mosley, or I'm blanking on his name already. Morstead? What was his face? The guy,
Wait,
the guy from the Raiders. I forgot
oh,
his name.
Robertson, Meek Robertson.
Amik Robertson. Okay. So we have Amik Robertson, Carlson Davis, Brian Branch, and Nickel. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's better than what it was last year. But if we get like that number one, I'm really, really hoping we trade it for Quentin Mitchell. Like the more I hear about that
Mm,
guy, like
there's gonna be I think there'll be a solid, there'll be a couple solid cornerbacks there in the 20s for you to get. Trade up a little bit. I think,
it could be
I think there will be there. They'll be there. There's good corners this class. Honestly, that you could probably wait at, what are you guys at? 29 or
29.
28? I think there's a decent shot that a really good corner will be there at 29.
We could probably snag Kool-Aid maybe if we stay at 29.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe trade up to the 20s for Terry on.
Ooh, I forgot it. Dude. Yeah, if we don't get Quentin Mitchell, I'd love to get Terry on, man.
Mm,
He's solid.
there's some really good corners this class, man.
So that's why I don't mind the
Corners and
quarterback
tackle.
shot. Like you said, there's good corners. Like a lot of these guys could be a CB1, given some good seasoning. So I'm not too worried about that.
You got a lot of, you got two, you don't have a like true like number one shutdown corner. Both of your corners are really good.
Yeah.
If you're thinking Sutton and Davis,
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad.
could do a lot worse. Could
Could
be
do a lot
starting
worse.
Kindle Vindor.
Like, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're gonna get a premier player, it's got to be the edge rusher.
Hmm.
I don't
Maybe
want Aaron
Chops there
Glenn,
at 29.
dude. I don't think he's going to be, but if he was, man,
I don't
that's
think
that's
it's going
dangerous.
to be tough for him to be there, but there could very well be a solid edge rusher there at 29.
Okay, I think Brad would trade up for Chop if he was at a decent
Oh,
position.
he should. He should. Yeah. That'd be a really good pairing.
It would be, man. That would actually be sick.
Imagine putting on a little overload, putting Hutch at the three, and then Chop outs at the tackle. That'd be pretty
Oh
fun.
man, Lee McNeil and dude, what if we get DJ Reader?
Uh, I don't think you need DJ Reader, honestly.
I think we need him. Definitely not for 20 million a year.
No, no. I think I'd go after an edge for 20 mil.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Who's still available
I think
at
you should
edge?
lowball him so that he accepts the Bengals' lower offer.
You
Hey, Bo,
know,
can you give us a scroll, see who's available at edge?
Brad Holmes would probably do that, though. He's not one to spend a lot of money on outside players.
Yeah. And
Tell you what,
honestly,
though,
like,
once Sewell's extension comes up, he's gonna get a fat paycheck. Calling it now.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Yeah, you got Chase Young's the top name left.
ugh, no thanks.
He's not going for Chase Young.
A Buckeye and a Michigan Wolverine.
Bring back Kyle Van Noy.
Oh, that went well last time.
Dude, that's a throwback for us.
Randy Gregory.
In Kyle Van Noy's defense, though, he kind of got screwed with our defensive system at the time.
Yeah, he had
Did
no
not
help.
fit.
No. Marcus Golden would be solid. He can get sacks. Yeah, there's not a guy that's very premier left.
Other than
I
Chase
was gonna
Young.
say, like, as far as
No,
Premier,
he's not. Chase Young was not good last year, man.
I know a lot of fans wanted Daniel Hunter.
Yeah.
Some fan, like, I think a lot of fans after they saw the Brian Burns trade, they were like, "We should have got Brian Burns. That was all the Giants paid for him." But then you see the contract and you understand
Yeah.
that's why Brian
That's
didn't
why.
trade for him.
That's a lot of money. I think it's worth it for Brian Burns, though. A player like him.
Yeah, I'm still
But
low
that
key
is
holding out hope that
pricey.
we trade for Max Crosby.
Mm-hmm. What edge rusher would be available? I'd try to tr oh, you know who you should try trading for?
Mm.
If you want that top corner, although I don't think it'll happen now, but Patrick Surtain.
Yeah,
Dude.
everything out Denver's saying he's not getting traded.
Yeah.
But that would be
Anyone
Nice
the
on
stuff.
dream, man. That would be the dream. That would literally be our CB1 right there. Cornerback room
oh
set.
yeah.
But it would be the NFC CB1.
Dude, come on, man. Come on, Brad. Pick up the phone. Make Denver trade him.
Actually, I might not allow with that.
Not once Spoon starts stirring.
Dude,
Once
Spoon's a
the
dog,
spoon
man.
starts stirring,
I'm
man.
still sad that you guys took him ahead of us. Because the discourse is so apparently
Oh
Brad
yeah.
was gonna take Devin Witherspoon if
Oh
Seattle needed
yeah.
him.
I think me and Beau thought it was a lock that
Mm-hmm.
if Spin was there at 6, he would have been a Lion for weeks. That was one of our lock picks that we had for a long time. And then I was on it first about the smoke of Spoon to Seattle, and I thought it
I
might have been a
know.
bit of a smoke screen, but it was real.
It's
I
okay. We
think
ended up with
I
the
don't
best
think he
running
was their
backs
first
in.
choice, so I think they wanted one of the quarterbacks.
We ended up with Jameer Gibbs and the best running
Hey,
back
it
10
worked out
in
well
the
for you.
NFL. So it worked out just a little bit. And we got Sam Laporta and Jack Campbell and Brian Branch.
And Brian Branch.
And Brad Holmes won the draft of the year.
We clowned on that one pretty hard.
Nah, man, he kind of made y'all pay.
He
Made
did.
y'all pay. Yeah, we were wrong about that one. We were way wrong about that
All
one.
right.
Me and Robert
Yeah.
were not complimentary
But
on
hey,
night one.
one thing, take good players. That's one thing we say a lot. I like taking good players. Like when that Charbonnet idiocy was going on, it's like I like taking good players with my draft picks.
They good players, that's right.
Um, we're gonna leave on a little bit of a teaser, I say, for next
Yeah.
for the next episode of Little Mock. I got a little
Yep.
teaser for us. Want
Mm-hmm.
ready for it?
Let's go.
Drake May will be a Seattle Seahawk come April.
That's bold, man.
There's a lot of talk about Drake May falling. I think there'd be a trade up if we're in range.
That's a teaser right there.
Bo's
That's
face
a
I'm
is so
excited
teaser.
for
strong, man.
Thursday. I'm excited for Thursday. Jeez.
I think
That one took
I
my
think
breath
there's
away. I'm not gonna
there's a
lie.
lot of talk about Drake May falling. Have you been hearing that?
I've heard
I've been
that.
hearing
I
that a
haven't
little
heard.
bit.
I've heard that Jade Daniels will go over him for 2 now, but
I
or
heard
he's gonna
I heard
fall.
that Patriots would take JJ over Drake.
Dude, come
No
on. Let the
way.
Vikings take him,
No
please.
way. Yeah, how are yeah, trade ahead the Vikings and the
The Patriots?
Might I remind you, the Broncos only have Jarrett Stidham on the roster right
That's a good
now.
point.
Actually, that's not true. They got Ben
Well,
DiNucci as
you know
well.
who the Broncos want though? Huh?
Bo Nix.
Yeah. I think
I
that's a pretty obvious one.
at 12 though.
Not at 12. I think they go around two.
Yeah, probably.
You know who there's talk of MPJ to?
Who?
Raiders. To the
13?
Raiders.
Raiders, bro.
I don't know at 13. I think they'd trade down,
Yeah, that makes more sense.
if not round two.
I'm just hoping the
Hey,
Vikings
I'm
draft.
more quarterbacks get taken, the more likely Byron Murphy or one of the good tackles is available at 18. So I won't complain too much.
All right, there's more talk about Penix going round one.
I have seen that. That's kind of picked up steam since the combine. So there you go. Maybe. I guess we'll find out on Thursday how we're projecting it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We're back to the 2 pods a week, at least for this week. I don't know if that'll be a consistent thing, but for this week, 2 pods a week. We've got a mock draft, and it's gonna be a hearty mock draft too. We got trades, we got multiple rounds.
We got
Haven't decided how
teasers.
many yet. We got teasers now, apparently. I wasn't even anticipating that, but prepare some trade proposals, Robert, because I don't think Drake May is gonna be making it super duper far, to be quite honest.
Just
Prepare some
rolling
trade
off the
proposals.
whatever info we got.
Yeah.
It would take a fall. It would take a mighty fall for sure. But there's talk of it happening.
Guess we'll see. Guess we'll see.
And I think Schneider really likes him.
I think a lot of coaches and DGMs who know what they're talking about like him a lot.
I
I
don't
like to think
know.
so.
I've never been the highest on Drake May, actually.
He's a stud, man. He's a stud. But we'll get into that on Thursday. Thursday will be the draft talk. First night was free agencies night, as will be every night for the next few months. The new year starts tomorrow. All these deals can become official, and they'll be fun. And there's more. There will be quite a few more deals before Thursday night too, which will likely impact the direction we go with our mock draft picks. So it'll be fun, boys. It'll
Oh,
be
I
fun.
love the deals. I'm excited for some more of them.
Yeah. That's it for this night's that's gonna be a thing. This night's edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. As always, thanks for tuning in. Closing thoughts. We'll start with Daniel.
Only closing thought I have, I just hope the Vikings draft JJ McCarthy, man. Please draft Christian Ponder 2.0. I'm going to cheer so loudly if they do that.
I hope they do too. For your sake. For your sake.
Me
Every
too.
fan should feel what I felt when the Steelers drafted Kenny Pickett.
That was funny.
Robert.
If one of us overspend on bad free agents, all of us overspend on bad free agents. If one of us click like, all of us click like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.